Welcome back to Tiny Table Talk. Some things that have changed. We have a new logo. It's over. Uh, oh my god, man, this is so hard. It's right there. Um, Tiny Table Talk is a podcast that I made with my two best friends, Tyler and Josh. It's basically an NBA podcast where we talk about everything NBA. And here they are now. I got rid of the name tags. I thought it was corny. I thought it was really
Okay.
corny to have the name tags, so I got rid of them.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you they were like stupid as fuck, but
Yeah, I think that ruined the podcast was the name tags.
Yeah.
We
They click
could
on
do
it and
the
they're
name
like,
tags.
wow.
Like, we could do the name tags, but we just give each other like different names every single time. But we still introduce each other as Sam, Tyler, and Josh. I'm just like Doug.
They just have to figure out who it is.
Yeah.
it engages
so-
the listener.
So we're going to talk about the Lakers. We're going to talk about, oh my God, it's all slipping my head right now. The Lakers. We're going to talk about LeBron a little bit. We're going to talk about a team that could improve next season. So whether that's making trades, whether that's making hard decisions in the management system, just hard decisions in general. We're going to talk about Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert and their kind of feud they got going on and what they got going on with the Jazz and where they possibly could go. And then we're going to play a quick game of Podal because I think that's fun. So, Lakers. Lakers lost to the Suns on Wednesday. And that was it for their season. That was it. If they lost that game, they weren't in the plan, and they were just not a playoff team. So, knowing about all the hype around them during the beginning of the season, how can they improve next year? That's the first question.
They're already planning on it. The first move is get rid of Westbrook.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, go ahead.
It's going to be tough because Westbrook coming to the Lakers had so much value after averaging a triple-double in Washington the season prior. So they gave up so much for him, and they're not going to get nearly as much as they paid for him back. The big thing will be getting his $40 million contract off of their hands. That's going to help a lot, but they're not going to get as much back as they'd like for him. And that's obviously the first step, and they're planning to do that.
Do you think they should go out and get a star, like another kind of like a Russell Westbrook replacement, almost, or do you think they should just get role players?
It depends on who's available. Because if Sacramento is still willing to give up somebody like Buddy Hield, which you can call him a role player, you can call him a borderline star in his role. If someone like that is available, I say for sure go get him. But if not, I am completely team Kendrick Nunn here. They have him. I think he's a very solid player. He's been injured a lot, but we saw what he did with the Heat in his rookie year. He was fantastic. So I like Kendrick Nunn there. I don't think they necessarily need to go out and get a superstar. I also don't think they have the assets to do so. But role players is probably what I'd stick to.
Do you think that LeBron will kind of force another all-star to come to the Lakers? Or do you think that knowing that LeBron kind of made this team, do you think that maybe the office will start to realize that stars are not what we need. We need people that can shoot around LeBron, that can play make with LeBron is the best playmaker in the league, but kind of fit with LeBron's scheme, kind of.
Again, I think it's going to depend on who's available. I'm not in touch with the free agency at all, so I'm not sure which guys are willing to leave and who's going to be Actually, a lot of people are going to be willing to go play with LeBron, but
Because here's the thing. The way I see it
it's
is
tough.
either 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 the Lakers look towards teams like Sacramento, or Orlando. They look at teams that are like not in the best positions, and they get rid of Russell Westbrook for 2 or 3 role players and picks, um, or pick or like like average player could be an all-star. Like I'm trying to think of anyone on the Magic, even like
I
a
would say
rookie,
Cole Anthony, but I
Cole
don't
Anthony.
think he's too
But I
valuable.
don't think they need Cole Anthony. I'm trying
Right,
to think of
that's
other
fair.
teams. Maybe look at someone from OKC, like someone young that they can kind of use for the future, like
That's
Trey
also not a
Mann,
bad idea. Take Westbrook back to OKC. I'm not
and
against that.
like you could put like Russ. You could make a trade for like Russ, Trey Mann, Isaiah Roby, just like good, like young players. Put them with LeBron, and just make a team kind of like the bubble team where it was LeBron, AD, and Kentavious Caldwell Pope, which I mean he's not like an all-star, but he's still a good player.
He's
He's
solid.
he's kind of like a Reggie Jackson in that way. Just like players that know their roles.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Let's not compare him to the GOAT here,
Reggie Jackson.
my king.
I keep seeing TikToks that are like Clippers to the finals. Like Suns
Dude,
better watch out.
he's becoming like him going into the playoffs is going to be like Joe Burrow going into the playoffs. Like he's going to become that next guy, dude. And I'm all here
Maybe-
for it, but oh
I
my
hope so.
god.
I hope so. But the other question is, this is LeBron's 19th season?
This season is his 19th.
This
Next
season
will
is
be
his
his
19th.
20th.
Does this affect his legacy?
I don't think so. I think he's cemented himself where he's at. I don't think he's going to go down. I think he's only going to go up. And like, no matter what he does, okay, if he kills somebody, okay, his legacy probably goes down a little bit. But at this point on the basketball court, I don't think there's anything that he can do that will lower that for him.
So if he pulls an OJ,
Yeah,
no
probably
No go.
no.
probably
Aaron
not.
Hernandez, yeah, you
Yeah,
name it,
yeah, no. If he like
not.
rapes people, like
Yeah, no,
not
maybe not.
not a big rape guy. Gonna be honest.
No, me neither.
Like if I had to choose between rape and not rape, I would definitely pick not rape.
That's good.
On that, I'd have to disagree. I'm just kidding.
Hot take.
Those are my first words of the podcast. Okay. I don't think it's going to affect LeBron's legacy. I think he's chill. He's had 19 good seasons, so I think he's fine.
All
but
I
then
can
at the same
hear.
time,
Oh shit, my bad.
I'm talking. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so just to like go back on your other questions while I'm talking about the Lakers, I think we're ending on an era of star players all being on the same team, because I feel like you had like your Golden State Warriors that were like absolutely busted, and then like obviously you have your Nets now, and like I there's a bunch of them. There's the Heat back and all that stuff, but I think there's so many more like role players and players that are coming up and being more important factors than they are now. I think it's one thing to get star players, but I think if anything, you want players that can grow, and you want players that can grow around a team. Because we always talk about in the podcast where it's like you want a team that's going to grow around. What is the team we were talking about? Who's CJ McCollum on now?
Pelicans.
Because he got traded. He got traded to the Pelicans, and then we talked about in the podcast where it's like we want a team to be based around him because he kind of likes the Pelicans right now. So
Yeah.
it's this idea where you have your star player, and then you base players around him to not only help him, but you're not competing for star power. Obviously, the Nets are an outlier with this right now because they're playing out of their minds with Kyrie and KD playing together. But I think we're slowly getting away from, like, especially like general managers. You're not seeing people going and stacking their teams because it's short term. I
Right.
feel like teams want to go long term nowadays. So with that being said, I think the Lakers are screwed because if you think about LeBron, right? Hear me out. If you have someone like LeBron, right, that said multiple times that he's leaving the second Bronny gets in the league, how are you supposed to base a team around the best, like arguably the greatest player of all time, if you know he's going to leave in a couple of years? So do you take the risk and you try to base a team around LeBron with role players, or do you add in star power for when he leaves, or do you try to base a team around AD, which day to day Davis it's hard to do. So it's like they genuinely they actually are screwed. Like there's no like good way. Like they'll probably have a good season next season because it's LeBron. He's probably gonna do okay. But I overall think they're screwed.
I think this year that there's been a huge like almost power gap. Um and it's not in the way that like all stars aren't playing to their potential, because all stars are playing to their potential, but I feel like a lot of players have stepped up into big roles this year. Like like I would have never expected this rookie class to perform as well as it did. Um there were a lot of second round picks that are starters on their team right now. Herb Jones, who we were like at the beginning of the season, like, why are we talking about a plant? Is one of the best defensive players in the league. Josh Green, he plays for the Mavs. Again, the Mavs would not be that good defensively without Josh Green. He's a rookie. Um, so I think a lot of players are stepping up to like their roles as either role players, bench players, starters. Like they're just playing to their potential. And I think the Lakers should have a look at selling teams and look at those players that have exceeded expectations, even if they are rookies, and go for them. That's my opinion.
Yeah, it all started when Kawhi put on the Infinity Gauntlet and did the Thanos snap. Um, and then not only did he dismantle the Warriors and probably had a pretty big influence on getting LeBron to leave the Cavs and not sign and go to the Lakers, he not only did that, but he also left the Raptors and didn't allow that to become a super team either. So yes, Tyler, you're right. We're This is the end of the super team era, and yes, you'll have your big three like the Bucks have with Giannis, Middleton, and Drew Holiday, but that's nothing compared to a LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, or a that '09 Celtics team, or the Warriors with Kevin Durant. Like it's if that's a big three now, that's nothing compared to it. And I think the Suns is what the future, at least for the next decade or so, is what most teams are going to try to look like. And also the Raptors is what teams are going to start trying to look like.
I
And when I
love what
first
the
started,
Raptors did this year. Sorry, go ahead.
and it's one thing where I'm new to this whole basketball thing, and I'm watching, and all I hear about is like, if you think about such young talent coming in so often and being so important, because if you think about the NFL or if you think about soccer, which I watch the most, it's hard to hit that starting lineup. It's hard to get minutes whatsoever. But in the basketball, the second you're on the team, very rarely are you like not given minutes. You know what I mean? The rookies are given so much more power. There's almost no generations. Like there's no like stages. It's all like a continuous flow of players. But for the first time, I think, or not the first time, but I think we're at a point where there's almost a change, not only in the generation of players, but in the style of play, which is something you can like respect because it's changing from the star power teams to now focusing on a deeper lineup and focusing on changing the way that basketball is played. And that's how the good teams are winning.
It's
Yeah.
positionless basketball.
Yeah. The Raptors did a really good job of that this year. Scotty Barnes played amazing. Pascal lived up to expectations. Without Kawhi, without Kyle Lowry, everyone thought the Raptors would be a either lower middle of the pack team or just like not a playoff team at all. And they've shown that they're legit. I think the Raptors could make a deep run.
It's going to be tough though because right now they're slated to get matched up with the Sixers, and
Yeah.
they'll be matched up with the Sixers, they'll be matched up with the Celtics, or they'll be matched up with the Bucks. And to
I
be
think the
fair,
only
it
one.
also
Sorry,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Now you.
No, you please you.
Okay. Fuck, I lost my train of thought.
Then
To
I'll
be
go.
fair, it took them a while to get going. They were sitting in that
They were.
9, 10, 11 seed for a while, but now they've shown they figured it out and they are
Yeah.
on fire. They're on an absolute tear right now in the end of the season. They're getting hot when it's right, so they could very easily knock off a Celtics or a Sixers team.
I think here's the thing. I think the Sixers can get out of the first round. So if the Raptors play the Celtics, I think they can beat the Celtics. I know the Celtics are hot.
That'll be
but
fun to watch too.
it'll be a great series.
Both two heavy defensive teams.
Yeah. I think the Celtics will. I think the Raptors will probably beat the Celtics if they play on a series. It'll be a tough series, but I think the Raptors will come on top.
All
I think
right.
if they play the Sixers, they might have like a tiny chance, but Joel is playing out of his mind. You have the best scoring guard almost of all time.
You also have the most and this is also coming from a doubtful Sixers fan as always. Yeah, he might be fantastic, but when has he ever gotten it done in the playoffs?
Exactly. Yeah, but hey, Harden always gets the second round.
That is fair.
He always gets the second round at
That is
least.
fair.
So you have, I think Raptors may be able to pull it off, but I'm not sure. I'm not super confident on that one. But if they go against a healthy Bucks team, no,
It's Raps.
it's wraps for the Raptors.
Yeah, it is crazy to think about though in the East. Out of the Heat, Bucks, and I think I've said this before: Heat, Bucks, Celtics, Sixers, Nets. One of those five is not getting out of the second round or the first round.
Yeah,
It's going to be one of them.
Gonna be the Heat.
I don't know. They got hot again. They're on a 5-game win streak.
I have no faith in the Heat. I like
They're
Tyler
fucked if they
Hero,
get matched
though.
up with the Nets. They're fucked if they get matched up with the Nets first round, which could happen.
It could happen.
But
I like Tyler Hero, though. I'm a big Tyler Hero fan.
I'm a big Bam Adebayo fan.
I also like Bam. All right. Let's talk about the Orlando Magic. I want to break down the Orlando Magic real quick because
Team 7-footer.
Team 7-footer could be a thing. I think their record is like 12 and something.
Their record is bad.
It's really, really bad. Let me check this out.
Their record is lottery team.
Yeah. It's like in the hunt for Chet or what's his name? Jabari Smith.
You think they need another 7-footer, but just skinny? I would love to see Chet with people his size.
I am all for Team 7-foot. They're 21 and 60.
It'll just be the Raptors, but taller.
Look,
it'll be the Cavs, but worse.
Positionless basketball, man. I'm all for it.
Positionless basketball, but they're all centers.
I think we've talked about this before about like Team 7-footer. I'm down.
It could happen.
It could happen. But seriously, like here's the thing:
Bamba, Wagner, and Chet.
Franz Wagner this year has shown that he is good.
I really like him.
I really like Franz Wagner. Franz Wagner.
Dude, I actually found out that's actually how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's German.
Yeah.
I love him. Markel Fultz just got back, and he's been doing pretty well.
He's solid. He was a first-round pick for a reason.
First
overall pick for a reason.
I really like Markel Fultz, and I think that his ACL injury is but I think he's a good role player. I think he could play very well with Cole Anthony, which I'll get to. Cole Anthony played very well this season.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Ja deciding to become Ja, he had a chance at most improved.
Yeah. And I don't usually speak super highly of a player unless I like understand kind of how they play and like their confidence and everything. I really like Cole Anthony. um
Oh, he's got
and
something about him.
he's just I think he's Orlando's like he's their perfect player. Like he just fits Orlando. So I think you keep those three. I think you keep Mo Bamba. Well,
He's
I
been
don't know.
pretty good this year.
I
He's
like
not
Wendell.
starting, but he's been pretty good.
I like Wendell Carter a lot. So I think you definitely keep Wendell
That's
Carter.
also they have so many guys.
Yeah. So I think if you keep Wendell Carter, you can probably not get rid of, but you can look on trading Mo Bamba or getting another asset because I feel like what the Magic needs is like, and I feel like they're doing pretty well, is just like a reset. But they've been in this like reset mode for a while now, and they haven't really done anything with it. They had Vucevic for a while, and he was doing really well, but like you like to mention all the time that he was a good player on a bad team, and like you see now at the Bulls that he's actually not the best player.
Right.
And that may just because he's just having an off season this year or
It could
something.
be.
But
I'm just not
um,
hot on him. He's
but
like Jokic, but minus vision.
and height.
Yeah.
And so like I don't know. To me, I think they need a few more draft classes to like get those players that you like and players that can fit in your rotation and kind of get that starting lineup that you want. I don't think they need to pull any superstar trades or like big free agency signings. Um, I honestly think that they have a pretty good front office. Um, I think
It's
better
not a
than
disaster.
it's not a disaster like Sacramento. And we'll talk about that probably next podcast or the next or something like that. But what do y'all think about Orlando?
I want to talk about their draft situation
Okay.
because and what that could force them to do this offseason with the guys that they have. So they're going to be a lottery pick, probably a top 3 pick in this year's draft. And
Yeah.
if they are, the top 3 guys are Chet, Jabari, and Paulo. And Chet is a 7-foot tall center. He's a center. Jabari and Banchero are both 6'10" power forwards.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all that, aside from Cole Anthony, that's all that Orlando has. They just have gigantic power forwards and centers.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see, because what if they do move? What if they do really like Jabari, or they really like Banchero, or they really like Holmgren, and they're like, okay, let's get rid of Franz or somebody else big. Like I would not be surprised at all if they get rid of Bol Bol and Mo Bamba and like fucking what's his name, Wendell Carter Jr. this offseason, because they're so high on one of these 3 big men that are the top 3 picks of this year's draft.
Yeah. Here's the thing with that though. I feel like Franz has really like solidified his spot in Orlando.
He's the least likely to go, probably.
Yeah. I could see a Bol Bol. No one's hot on Bol Bol. I think
Right.
he's a good player.
That man's getting tossed around. I feel so bad for him.
I feel so bad for him. If he put on some weight, he could be really good. But at the end of the day, he's like what 7'4" or some shit. And can shoot threes. Like that's everything you want in a big man. So I don't know. But it's just like to me, Orlando should be looking at a player like Jaden Ivey or other things like that. But you also have the number 3 pick. or the number 2 pick, right?
Yeah. Why would you? Yeah, you're not
So
going to
why would
go
you go
out.
down?
It's tough because they need a shooting guard or they need a small forward, and the top 3 picks, which is probably what they're going to get, is going to be a gigantic power forward or a
But
center.
here's the thing. Do you think Boncaro, I don't even know how to pronounce his name,
Bankero.
Boncaro or Jabari could play a small forward, power forward role, kind of like an Evan Mobley.
Bankero definitely could. Bankero
I
could
think
definitely play
Boncaro
small
could.
forward. I don't
Yeah.
know about Jabari, but Bankero is absolutely skilled enough to play that role. And I
Now,
was not hot on him coming into the March Madness tournament, but he kind of stepped up and showed that okay, yeah, he's that guy. He's really, really fucking good.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if that's where they go. And I kind of like that fit. I hate the Chet fit there.
Here's the
Okay,
thing with Chet.
sorry to okay, I
All right, go
wanted
ahead.
to talk about Chet really quick because I don't. I'd be surprised if Chet is even a lottery pick because
He's going to be.
He's gotta be.
because okay, if he is, there's no chance he goes to Orlando because there's no like I feel like Chet and Bobo are the exact same player except Bobo is better. Like if you see Chet go anywhere, like there's no way he goes to Orlando. Because and I'm trying to think of like places he would go. You can't really base a team around him. Because I feel like everyone's gonna. He had such high hopes, just like Bobo did. Because Bobo played for Oregon, and what was he? He was doing really well in Oregon, if I remember correctly. And then he comes into the league, and he's just too small. Like he's tall, he can shoot, but like he's too small. And I feel like the exact same story can be said about Chet, except even in March Madness against any good team, Chet kind of didn't do well. So
Here's what I'll have to say about Chet. I was not surprised. I was surprised on how bad Chet played in March Madness. I talked about him before, and I talked about how um, he has potential to be a very, very good player. He has the height. He has the ball handling skills. He has what it takes to be a good player. It's the fact that you're gonna get this player, and he might not play for the first, or he might not like be very good in the first season. But if you keep developing him and you keep putting him in the weight room, like Giannis wasn't that good in his first season. You know what I mean? Like he put in hella work to get like big, and then he's like the most dominant player in the NBA right now. So
but then the same could be said that if he doesn't hit the weight room, then he's going to end up like Bobo. So it's like
right, it's
hard
I
to.
think it all depends on what front office is willing to force this kid to gain muscle. And I think all of them are willing to do that. So I think all of them would gladly have him on as first pick, or like first 5 picks at least.
So here's my whole thing. If you're drafting Chet, you're basically drafting him hoping that he's going to be Kevin Durant. That's
Exactly.
what you're looking at him for. And that is such an unrealistic expectation because there's no way he's going to be the best. I don't want to say best scorer of all time because I don't know if that's where I put Kevin Durant. There's no way he's going to be Kevin Durant.
Exactly. There's no way he can live up to the expectations of Kevin Durant.
Absolutely not. And
Yeah.
if you say, like, okay, yeah, Giannis wasn't that big. Giannis was much bigger than Chet is right now, and he was a lot fucking faster, too.
Yeah.
I'm so surprised that there is not more talks of Jalen Duren being higher than he is in the draft, the second coming of Dwight Howard, which with Orlando, that'd be funny.
That would be funny.
But with Orlando, I think this draft they're not in a good spot. with the draft at least. And they could get rid of a bunch of guys to make room for somebody, but I feel like Banchero is probably the guy to go there.
I feel like here's the thing. There's a lot of things that happen on draft night, and I think
Right.
one of the biggest ones is, I mean, you saw it when Luka and Trey got traded. You know, Luka got traded to the Hawks, and then Trey got not traded. He got picked by the Hawks, and Trey got picked by Dallas, and they just swapped. And they were like, we want Luka and we want Trey, and they turned out very good. So like, I can honestly see Orlando giving maybe giving away a Chet Holmgren or a Jabari Smith to a different team for Jaden Ivey and picks, or for money, or for Jaden Ivey and another player. You know
Why
what I
do
mean?
you think Ivy?
I think Ivy can play the 2 and the 3. Honestly, after watching Purdue play, I honestly think that he's to me has the potential to be like DeMar DeRozan in the fact that he can stretch, right? He can shoot perimeter. Actually, no, I would compare it to like Jaylen Brown. I think him and Jaylen Brown kind of have the same role where it's not necessarily ball dominant, but can shoot very well on the perimeter, or decently well on the perimeter, and can get inside and get you a layup, or can make space and draw defenders in to pass to an outlet. You know what I mean?
Okay. The 2 I could maybe see him playing, possibly. He's way too small to be a 3. He's like 6'4".
6'3", 6'4"?
Yeah, that's a small shooting guard.
I guess. I don't know.
He is so fucking fast. With him, the comparison, and it already is going to be Ja Morant. And with Orlando, I think they already have their guy with Cole Anthony, like you said. So Ivy, I don't think, and I don't know what shooting guards are coming out of this year's draft. I have no idea.
I think Johnny Davis is a point guard, right, from Wisconsin?
Johnny Davis. Is he a small forward?
I don't know if he's
I'm
a
not
point guard
sure.
or a shooting guard. I don't
I'm
know.
not sure.
Ochai,
He's not going to
maybe.
be that high, though.
Ochai
Also
also
not
wouldn't
going to be that high.
Right.
So
I don't know.
it's probably going to be giving away people, and then or either drafting somebody to give away, or giving away people to make room to draft somebody.
Yeah. My prediction is either Paolo Banchero or Jaden Ivey. That's my prediction.
So there's the.
I don't. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay, there's a dude in Arizona.
What's his name?
It's the Matherin. He's like the busted shooting guard. He's
he was
10
good
in the draft right now. That could be an option.
I don't know if they would go as low as 10 though.
And then Johnny Davis from Wisconsin. Yeah, Johnny Davis with Wisconsin is a small forward right now. It's 6'5".
Johnny Davis?
I don't know. Yeah,
AJ Griffin. Small forward though is too small to be a small forward in the NBA.
Especially with like positionless basketball that we talked about. Like, if there are like 6'6" guys playing small forward, or like 6'8" guys playing small forward, I think you're kind of right, Josh. Like, that's kind of difficult. But I think Jaden Ivey is fast enough to get inside, and that's why I think that he can play a guard and a forward.
Is Abaji in the question?
We were just talking about that.
He's 6 foot. He's 6'5", and that's shooting guard. That's not.
And he's also
like even as a shooting guard. Like, I feel like.
Again, maybe they could do something where they draft, like. I'm just throwing out random teams. I'm not saying they fit anywhere at all. Say they drafted Jabari Smith for Sacramento, and Sacramento in turn drafts Ochai. And then they'll trade Jabari to Sacramento for Ochai and Buddy Hield or something.
Right.
That could very well happen. There's a lot of hand-wavy bullshit that goes on in the draft.
Here's what I'll say. I think if you get a high pick, you're gonna want to pick from the closest pick to your pick. Unless you're like the Spurs where you pick Josh Primo like above like Halliburton and like those guys. It's just like when you have a number one or a 1 to 3 pick, you're picking from like either the 4 or the 5. You're not picking from like 10 or 11 because they're high in the draft for a reason. They have high draft stock for a reason. They're a good player. And so you don't want to lose all that draft stock by trading away a Paolo Banchero for a like Ochai Abaji or I can't really name anybody else in the draft, but you know what I mean. Like a very lower level draft player.
What do we think about like a Banchero for Kevin McCullough?
That's an option. I was thinking Banchero for like Adonis Arms,
I
Bryson
really think
Williams.
Kevin McCullough is the biggest snub in this draft. Like no one's
Is
picking
McCullough-
him up.
Is McCullough actually going to the draft?
I think he's just doing it so NBA scouts can tell him you don't need you need to work on this, and then he'll come back and then he'll work on it, and then
That's
he'll go.
fair. That's
He's
fair.
got a good build, 6'6" point guard, not bad.
So
He just can't shoot at all.
as of today, they just updated they updated everything, but like the draft prospects. Jay Nivey is now the number 1 overall pick.
Holy shit! What?
Dude, what the fuck?
Jaden
So they have
Ivey?
Jay Nivey's number 1, and then Chet, Jabari, Paulo, and then Johnny Davis at 5.
What is this? What is this article? Who posted this?
This is ESPN. Like this is like the updated like draft prospects.
Ivy first
is insane.
overall.
I don't know.
I
man.
really
Look,
like him, and he'll be a
He played
pretty
good
good
in
point
March
guard.
Madness.
I
I don't think he's.
I roasted Jabari Smith like when we talked about him because I thought
Jabari
he wasn't.
choked in the fucking tournament.
I thought he wasn't that guy, but he was pretty. He wasn't like terrible. I noticed that his team didn't pass him the ball.
That's also the problem.
That was the problem. But when he had the ball in his hands, he was making shots. He was doing what he was supposed to do. So I don't know.
I'm surprised Banchero's not the number 1 overall pick after that Duke run.
That's fair.
I'm surprised that Johnny Davis is that high.
That one I'm
Number
not super
5?
shocked about.
Number 5 though?
He was
I don't
projected to be a top 3 pick this year at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, but I don't know. Just the way he played in March Madness wasn't that impressive.
That's fair. Ivy at 1. He's going to be a pretty good point guard wherever he goes probably, but
Here's the thing though. I feel like there's not a spot at point guard on any team right now. Other than Orlando, I guess. Well, I mean, you have Cole Anthony. I don't think they need another point guard.
the Nets don't have a point guard, but they're not going to be that high.
Well, they have Kyrie.
Oh, wait, fuck. Shit, he's playing again. Right. Fuck.
And if they wanted to, they had
stupid as
Ben
fuck.
Simmons.
Hmm.
There was
All right.
literally no team like Toronto, but
Why the
they
fuck
have
is he
Freddie.
the Nets?
I'm trying to think. I mean, Golden State has Steph. I guess maybe the Lakers, but LeBron pretty much plays point on there.
Right.
I mean, Portland has Dame and Anthony Simons. Who else? I'm trying to think of. Sacramento has De'Aaron. I guess maybe no, because the Pacers have Michael Brogdon.
He's not very good.
He's not very good, but then you also have Tyrese.
That's more so where I'd go with the Pacers. Yeah, I have no idea.
It's hard. Maybe you have a conversation about moving him to shooting guard, but I don't know.
I like him with the ball in his hands.
Same.
And then also the biggest snub in the draft, Mike Miles is number 60. That man should be in the top 5. He single-handedly carried TCU the entire
Dude,
way.
Mike Miles is a fucking god. Okay, we gotta get back to the NBA.
Okay.
Okay, so
Let's talk about Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. So actually, literally like maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes ago, the Jazz choked another game. They were up by 17, and they lost to the Suns after the Suns went on a 34-14 run. How? How does that happen? And I get it, man. Oh, gone with the wind.
Nah, just give me a second.
Here's the thing.
Free this man. Get him out of here.
Look. Here's my thing, though. I love Donovan Mitchell. I'm a big fan of Donovan Mitchell. But him just like straight up not passing to a like one of the best centers in the league who I don't really like a lot, but you have to admit that he is pretty good.
Yeah, defensively, he's not a good offensive threat there at all.
Okay, but when he's posted up on Klay Thompson and he's like feet above him and he's asking for the ball, you pass that dude the ball.
Yeah, averaging about 2 passes to Gobert a game is probably not great.
Like, and look, I'm not the biggest Utah Jazz fan, but if they just like put time into like building it around Gobert and Donovan Mitchell, they could do something.
There's not a lot you can do though when your 2 stars don't like each other.
Exactly. So here's my next question. What do you like? Where do you go from this?
You get rid of Gobert because he's the issue.
Is he?
Yes, he's absolutely the problem.
So who replaces Gobert? Who do you have on that team now?
Some other
Chet
center. You go out
Holmgren.
and trade for one is what you do. You go out and get somebody.
Who
get rid of
who would
Gobert.
fit with Donovan Mitchell?
DeAndre Ayton.
I don't think they're going to do that.
Suns aren't going to pay him.
You're right.
They might. Okay, sorry. I don't want to say don't. They might not. It's not looking like they're going to.
I don't think they're going to give him his desired money, but I think that they'll pay him a good amount.
They'll give him an offer that he doesn't like.
He'll give him an offer that he doesn't like, but I feel like DeAndre Ayton is smart enough to realize that like that's a championship team.
Yeah, but also a max contract worth $200 million is a lot of money.
But if the Suns win it this year, which I don't want to like jinx it, knock on wood, but if the Suns win it this year, then I feel like you have a conversation with DeAndre Ayton. You're like, well, he was on our championship roster. You either say, well, we're still not feeling it, we're not going to pay you, or you say, I don't think we could have done this without you.
Right. There's still a lot to be said about DeAndre.
There's still
Ayton,
a lot to be said.
Ayton is somebody who could go to that.
Who could
go. Who is pretty good defensively and so much better offensively. The problem is Gobert because he is only good at being an interior defender. He is such a liability outside of the paint that any team in the playoffs can exploit that. All they have to do is run a bunch of pick and rolls and drag Gobert out to the perimeter, and then the paint's wide open. And part of that also falls on the Jazz because all of their perimeter defenders kind of suck, and they just have Gobert, and they just force people inside to Gobert. And that works in the regular season, but in 7 straight games against somebody, you can game plan against that.
Here's the other thing. I think they don't even need a superstar center.
No.
I think if you get again, we were just talking about the Magic. If you get Wendell Carter, or you get just someone that can play center.
Get somebody who can play center.
Offensive and defensive center.
And then also go out and get a scoring small forward or something.
Yeah. Yep.
I think the common misconception is that Gobert is not the perennial talent on that team. It's
No.
Donovan Mitchell. That's the
No.
guy on that team that you need to keep there. And as a small market, you need to keep your superstars, and that's your superstar. It's not Gobert. Get
Yeah.
rid of Gobert. Send him to the Hornets or something. He'd be better off.
He would. Honestly, when we
Dude,
think
Gobert
about
to
it,
the Hornets, dude, holy shit.
Gobert to the Hornets would be really good.
Insane.
But
Be insane.
I don't think he fits LaMelo's like kind of play
That's
style.
also fair.
LaMelo is very run down the court and alley-oop, and Rudy can't do that.
Yeah.
And I also
Which I think is going to bring up another thing is Gobert actually that good? We're going to see, because if he goes to somewhere that's not game planning for him, is he actually that good?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's tough. It's really tough. It's tough to say because he's been a defensive player of the year multiple times.
You can say he's the greatest rim protector of all time, but that doesn't mean he's a good player.
Exactly. So we'll see. All right. Guess what it's time for?
Is it Podal time?
It's Podal time. Oh my!
It's gotta be Rudy Gobert.
When it's Podal time.
Well, who are we going with first? Rudy Gobert?
It's gotta be Rudy Gobert.
It's gotta be Rudy
Gobert. Holy
fuck! Hell yeah, dude! I got so good on that.
Okay, well, we know it's in the Eastern Conference, and he's definitely not a center.
We know he's in the Eastern Conference, and he's not on the Jazz. Good start.
Let's go with Markelle Fultz.
East. Okay. Oh, we got one right.
He's below 23.
He's close to
Southeast. Is he in? So he could be in the Northern Division.
Wait,
let's see.
Okay, so under 6'4", he's a guard,
and he's under 23 guard. Also.
Small short guard.
Isaiah Thomas? No, he's old. He's old.
Yeah, I was gonna say Fred VanVleet, but he's also old.
How tall was Maxey?
I don't know.
He's 6'2". Should we try Maxey?
He's got that dog in him. Yeah, we can try Maxey.
Let's try Maxey. Okay.
Oh my God, he's so small.
I wonder what age he is.
And he's 22.
He's 6'3". He's 22. Fuck. Who else is in the Atlantic Division?
And we know he's 6'3", 22.
The Nets, the Knicks, I think. Nets, Knicks, Sixers,
Raptors,
Celtics?
Nets.
Oh, it's Raptors, Nets?
It's Knicks, Sixers, Raptors, Nets, Celtics. Damn.
Bro, fuck.
How old is Kevin Knox?
Isn't he pretty big? Or am I thinking of a different Knox?
He's 6'7", so no.
Yeah, I thought
he's
tall. Big. Yeah, he's pretty big.
Wait, okay, so who's
he also plays for the Hawks. I don't know why I thought he played for the Knicks. Oh, because he did.
He did play for the Knicks.
How tall is Quentin Grimes? Oh, he's 6'4", so no. Damn.
Okay, so
who is this dude?
Celtics, Sixers, Raptors.
How old is Cameron Thomas? Cameron Thomas is 6'3".
Oh fuck, he's not big.
Yeah.
He's pretty
young. What
team
is he on?
He's on the Nets. He would be in the Atlantic Division. Should we try it?
Yeah, Cam Thomas.
Yeah. Fuck.
Ooh.
This doesn't help.
Okay, so he's on the Celtics, the Raptors, or the Knicks.
Oh, he's 20. Oh, fuck. I don't know.
Celtics, Raptors, or Knicks, somebody who's young and plays guard.
How old is Peyton Pritchard?
I think he's short as fuck.
He's 6'1", yeah. That'd be pretty funny if I guess Peyton Pritchard.
I love Peyton Pritchard.
Celtics guards. Marcus Smart. Roderick Thomas. Derek White.
Ooh, Derek
It's
White.
gonna be some dude that never plays.
Aaron Nesmith. Nah, he's 6'5". Got to be 6'3".
Knicks. RJ Barrett. Derrick Rose. Definitely not Derrick Rose.
Nah, try Derrick Rose.
No, because he's 6'1", isn't he?
Also, he's
Cam
old as shit.
Reddish. Oh,
Cam
Cam
Reddish
Reddish is
tall.
6'8".
Yeah, he's big.
Kemba Walker.
Nah, he's
6'4".
old. He's old.
Old.
Emmanuel Quigley.
It could be.
How old is
It
he?
might be quickly.
It doesn't
He's
show up.
22.
I feel like I'm cheating by looking up his guards.
Yeah,
could
but
be.
also I don't expect you to know the bench of every single team.
That's a good point. I think it might be Quickly. He's 22. He's old. He's between 21 and 22. So he's 22. We haven't guessed the Knicks yet. I spelled him. Oh, fuck.
Is it with an E or is it? No, it's an I. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Hey!
Let's go.
Emmanuel Quigley.
Hell yeah. The GOAT.
Well done.
He was supposed to be good this year.
Low-key,
pretty
he's turning
quick
it up.
effort.
He's turning it up now.
Yeah, he's turning it up. The Knicks in the
Too
12
late.
seed looking dangerous.
Too late, Ben.
Can I just take a
Too late.
second to like recognize that the difference between first and 10th in the West is 29 games, and in the East it's like 12.
Oh my god, dude.
It's fucking crazy. There's 2 games left, and we only know the 1 seed in the East. That's the only thing that's secure.
Oh my god, dude.
I
All right,
hate being a Sixers fan.
let's do picks for next week. Let's run over the picks that we did last week, though. Do you have those,
hold on,
Jones?
let me- Yeah, I'm gonna look for them.
Sick.
Don't even worry about it. Just do
right.
100% right.
All right, I got them.
Mm,
The first game we picked was Grizzlies Suns.
I
And
picked the Grizzlies.
won. The Grizzlies won. Yeah.
Oh,
Tyler and I
let's
picked the
go.
Suns.
Because
The
they
next
were.
game was Heat Bulls.
I picked the Bulls.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, the
won.
Heat won that one. Tyler and I both picked the Heat.
Of course I did.
I
Next
guess
game
I'm
we
pretty on
picked.
fire with my
Oh,
picks
then
right
we
now.
picked an absolute thriller. Pacers Pistons.
Who did I pick?
You picked the Pistons.
Oh, they won.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. 121 to 117. Let's
Yeah,
go.
You and I picked. Oh, wait, no. Tyler and I picked the Pacers because we made a pace joke or something.
Who do we have for
Um,
Tuesday?
We picked the Bucks game.
I said Bucks. I feel like
We all.
I feel
picked
like
the
I
Bucks.
said Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all.
I think I
picked the
pulled
Bucks.
out my sweatshirt for that one.
Yeah, we all picked the Bucks.
Hell yeah. What we got for Wednesday?
We picked Nets Knicks, which I'm pissed off about because the Nets won, but they had a huge comeback and the Knicks choked.
They
And I
choked
picked the fucking Knicks.
Who did I pick?
You picked the Nets.
Okay.
Tyler also picked the Nets. Oh, no. Tyler picked the Knicks. And then we picked.
Get his hope highs.
Oh God! And then Jesus Christ, did I get one right? Oh, I got 2 right this week. Then we picked the Warriors Lakers.
We all picked Warriors, right?
Yeah, duh. Tyler and I definitely didn't say like LeBron and then pick the Lakers.
Boo. Boo.
Yeah,
Man,
that was not good.
All right. Let's talk about. Oh, I forgot to mention that we're filming this on Friday instead of Thursday. So we'll pick Saturday through Thursday.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday. All right. First ones.
Hold on, give me
Damn.
a sec.
Um,
Okay, there's only going to be like. Wait, do we even have that many games?
we only have actually 2 days left, so we're just gonna pick Saturday and Sunday.
We could pick multiple games though.
Yeah, we'll pick multiple games. So tomorrow we'll pick Pelicans versus Grizzlies.
Pelicans, Grizzlies.
I'm gonna take the Grizzlies, like I always do.
The Grizzlies are gonna win, but I'm picking the Pelicans.
Zion is playing.
That is not true.
And they are going to win.
What is this? Fox Sports.
So and then on Sunday we have so many games.
Wait, Tyler, who'd you pick?
Oh, the Pelicans.
Okay.
Okay, wait. Okay, all right. So the blue marker. Oh wait, the blue marker is the Pelicans. What was the other thing?
The Grizzlies.
The
Grizzlies.
Grizzlies are green. G for G. Whichever one makes it in a trash can is the one that wins. They both missed, so I can go to Pelicans.
So they both lose.
They're both gonna lose. Yeah. All right.
Unfortunate.
Next one, we're gonna do. We're gonna do Bulls Timberwolves. Red for Bulls and black for
No,
the
black
Wolves.
for Bulls, and
Why
then
black?
red for Wolves. It's the
Because
alliteration.
alliteration.
Okay.
Oh, the red one made it.
So the Wolves.
The Wolves, they're winning.
I'm going for the Wolves too.
Let me get my markers. I guess red's just on fire.
I really don't like the Bulls, so I'm gonna go with the Timberwolves.
All right. And then I think we're gonna pick our stinker of the
You mean the
Dang.
best game of the week?
PU.
Wizards Hornets.
I'm taking my Hornets.
I'm taking Hornets.
This game literally doesn't matter because if the Hornets win, it does not affect their seeding at all.
Nope.
Or if they lose, it does not affect their seeding at all.
Yeah.
So go Hornets.
Green for stinky.
Go Hornets.
Actually, hold on.
Green
Let me
for
root for my
stinky.
fantasy team real quick. Rest in peace. Kuz goat. I'm gonna go with the Wizards actually.
All
Kyle
right.
Kuzma goes for 33 and 12.
Hey, prediction: 33 and 12.
Yeah, 33 points, 12 rebounds,
Not a bad prediction for Kuzma.
18 turnovers.
18 turnovers.
Okay, Tyler, who do you pick?
The Hornets.
Hornets. Hornets. Hornets. Hornets.
Let's go Hornets. Let's go Hornets. I don't have a joke for it, so I'm just gonna say let's go Hornets.
Buzz, buzz.
Woo!
Buzz buzz.
All right.
It's gonna be a real stinger. It's gonna hurt when they lose.
All right. That was Tiny Table Talk. Thank you guys for listening. I have video working, so if you are tuning in on YouTube, awesome. What's up? If you are tuning in on Spotify, we also have a YouTube channel, so go check that out. Today was Friday, April 8th. We'll post another one on Thursdays. Thursdays are our usual schedule. We just had a little mishap in our schedule for on Thursday, so check back with us on Thursday, and we'll see you next
You
time.
can say final goodbyes.
Yeah, go ahead. Wait. God damn it.